So several people are believed to have died in what is suspected to be US drone attacks in Pakistan. Now, how many insurgents are being killed is a matter of debate, but what's clear is that civilians are dying as a result of these attacks. Do you think the Pakistani government should continue to allow these types of attacks to go on?
Well, two things. Firstly, there is a total consensus in Pakistan, even people within the government, that these drone attacks are completely counterproductive. They're killing far more innocent people than they're taking out terrorists. And given that in the tribal areas and in the Pashtun culture, revenge is part of their code of honor. So any civilian killed or any innocent people killed means that you are adding to the militants, because they would then, to seek revenge, go and join the other side. And there is no evidence at all that these drone attacks have lessened the militancy or they have been effective.
And clearly it's made a lot of Pakistanis angry. Now the president, Asif Ali Zardari, says he's against the continuation, saying that it is a breach of Pakistan's sovereignty, but behind the scenes there are suspicions that he is colluding, that the Pakistani government is colluding with the American government to allow these to continue. What's your sense?
Well, there's this complete duplicity by Pakistan government. Zardari perfectly knows that this could not happen without his permission and his knowledge. And clearly he's allowed the US administration to conduct drone attacks whenever they want. So, you know, this lame denial falls on deaf ears in Pakistan. People think that the government is completely hands and glove in with the US.
Senior US lawmaker Dianne Feinstein, who is the chairwoman of the US Senate Intelligence Committee, said in February in a public hearing at the US Senate that she believes that CIA drones were being operated and flown from air bases within Pakistan. Pakistani government has denied those allegations. What's your information on this?
I mean, not just Dianne Feinstein, but Carl Levin, when he asked Admiral Mullen in a Senate hearing meeting about why were there drone attacks when the Pakistan government objected, so Admiral Mullen replied that this is with the knowledge of Pakistan government. This is in a Senate hearing.
But does your information suggest that these drone attacks, these drones are taking off from Pakistani territory, from an air base within Pakistan and not from Afghanistan?
Well, they are parked in Pakistani bases. So who is to know where the attacks are coming from, whether Afghanistan or Pakistan? Fact is, the Pakistan government is complicit with the US government in allowing these drone attacks, which the Pakistan government then admits are counterproductive, that they are actually adding to militancy in the country. But I don't understand why the US government doesn't understand this, that if terrorism, to defeat terrorism, you have to win hearts and minds. These drone attacks clearly are deeply not only offensive, but actually they raise anti-Americanism in Pakistan. So why persist with them? Because all that has happened is that you have seen from almost no militant Taliban in Pakistan when the drone attack started to 30 Taliban groups in the country today. So what have these drone attacks done?
And there are reports here in the US media that the CIA is paying local tribesmen to plant electronic devices on targets, houses perhaps sometimes. Is that a wise strategy?
Well, you know, there have been so many reports that even in Afghanistan, similar sort of situation happens, and people, to get rid of their enemies. And remember, there are a lot of animosities between, you know, not just between Pashtun tribes, but their personal rivalries, blood vendettas. And to get rid of opponents, wrong targets have been hit. But in Pakistan, there was a government report that out of 60 drone attacks in Pakistan, only 14 Al-Qaeda officials or members were killed. 700 innocent civilians died. Now these relatives of these 700 civilians, you can...
Pakistani authorities are now believed to be gearing up for a military escalation in the northwest frontier province, gearing up for an assault on Baytullah Masood and his followers. Is it a good idea for the Pakistani government to be escalating militarily the situation there in Pakistan and his colleagues?
I have objected to military solution throughout. I felt that if Al-Qaeda was the enemy, they should have sidelined Al-Qaeda, isolated Al-Qaeda rather than this whole-scale bombing of Afghanistan and then this pressurizing a weak, a puppet Pakistan government to send its troops into Waziristan and then into the other parts of tribal area. I have objected to this policy throughout. Time has proven that this has all been counterproductive. We are already suffering from this incredible, mind-boggling action in Swat, where to go after 5,000 militants, they have displaced 3.5 million people. So this huge refugee problem already exists. And on top of it, they are going to now go into Waziristan. I just cannot understand how foolish and how incredibly short-sighted this policy is.